Alright, so we're gonna have a staring contest. I gotta do this video. You gonna let me do this video, or you just really want to get shouted out? Like, what are you doing? Alright, what is good? I really can't do the video with my dog here. I just don't. It's weird. Can I help you? Oh, I need a lineup so bad. So, it's currently Sunday. I normally don't do videos on Sunday, but I'm just like, you know what? It's raining. I just got back in. I got some donuts, you know. I'm just like, you know what? I feel like uploading a video. Anyway, story time. Who likes stories? Me! Yes! That's why I'm here. First love can fucking hurt. Alright, my story's different. It's a little bit interesting, funny, yada yada, whichever you want to call it, but it goes back to 8th grade. If you remember the Kicked Out of School story when I talked about Raven and Smack Ass Friday, okay, Raven, that girl, yes, that was my first love, alright? So I'm not gonna really go into all types of detail in the beginning, but I will give a short summary. You know, I got in the class, she saw me, I saw her, I could tell there was some interest there, more of like, you know, I'm curious to be your friend type of interest, and I was interested in the booty. From the ages of 4 to 5, I knew how important booty is for a man's diet. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat the booty, but I know it's good to have in my life. I know you guys hear me talk about booty a lot, but you gotta understand, I'm a booty activist. So if you're not, you know, with the booty, let me know. I'll help you get with the booty. I'm gonna tell you why. There's reasons. Anyways, she was interested in me. I was interested in the fact she had a big butt. I'm just like, okay, you know what? I like you. So we talked. And it got to a point where I liked her. I asked her out. She said no. I'm like, okay, fine. I started dating this other girl who was mutual friends with her, and she got mad. No, not really mad, but then she started liking me, and then that was when everything started becoming apparent to, okay, this may be bae. Now, there was a key important moment that made me realize, all right, Raven, you know what? You know, have me! Now, there was a field trip. Now, keep in mind, I'm gonna call the other girl Kiki. Now, mind you, in 8th grade, I didn't realize cheating was a thing. I didn't even realize that, you know, people get hurt from shit like this. So I was just going off of innocence. I'm like, okay, 2 girls like me, yada yada. So keep this in mind as I explain the part where, you know, have me! We were chilling in Six Flags. It was a field trip. And mind you, Kiki had me whipped. When Kiki said jump, I jumped. When Kiki said speak, I spoke twice. You know, I was good. Kiki was a different type of girl. She was dominant, you know. I wasn't dominant at that time. I was more of like passive. So I was whipped as fuck. I hope you understand this. I was with Kiki the whole entire time in the bus and all that. And I was waiting for her to get off. Kiki said, you know, go with your friends. I'm like, you know what? Say no more. You know, that's all I waited for, to get off. To clock out. I was clocked in, I was clocked out. I didn't get no pay. I got some kisses. No booty. She had no booty, mind you. I don't know what the f I was doing. I went to go hang out with the squad at the time, and you know, Raven chilled with the squad. She was a squad affiliate, if you will. So I'm just like, you know what, Raven? Okay, let's do this. Raven let me feel the booty, hence Smack Ass Friday. So this time I wasn't gonna smack it, I was gonna grab it. I literally, my hand was there, and she let me do it. I was confused. I'm just like, you know what? Say no more. This is mine. I was talking to it. I'm like, you know what? You're loyal, respectful. I'll never let you go. I was new to that situation, so it made me realize that, you know what, I have more feelings to Raven than I do to Kiki, not off the whole butt situation, but for a simple fact, it just felt natural, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even the fact that she let me grab it, but the fact that I did that didn't feel like a weirdo, and like, you know, we just talked random, we just talked normal. I talked to her like I talked to the squad. I didn't realize that was possible. When I talked to Kiki, I talked like I was at a formal dinner, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't be myself. Needless to say, Kiki came up, she saw the hand grabbing, and she was like, I'm gonna break up with you. I'm like, no, Kiki, wait, listen. You are bae. I don't know what my issue was, but I was whipped. I was confused. I was in a genjutsu. I didn't know what bae was, but I knew Kiki had something that made me go back. I don't know what the fuck it was, but you know, something. And you know, yeah, that happened. That field trip was done, but that's what made me realize that Raven was bae. It was the moment of the comfort that was exuding throughout the whole time I was with her. You get me? So I got to a point where me and this other girl didn't work out, but me and Raven continued to talk. I moved to Michigan. We still maintain relationships, if you will, and it got to a point we dated. At that point where we dated, I was too young to understand the feelings that I had for her, so I'm like, okay, we should break up. She cried. She was mad. She said she didn't want to do it again. Needless to say, when I went to go visit out there, we didn't really date, but we did some kissing of the sort as if we were dating. So, you know, confusion took place, but that happened. And then we moved to high school. This is when shit gets to the story time. I just have to give you guys a brief description of the beginning. I didn't want to go too much into that, but you know, just so we're all on the same page, you know what I mean? back to California, where the high school that I would have gone to if I stayed in that area. I just wanted to finish my year off with my homies and my padres. And, you know, Raven was there. And I'm just like, all right, Raven, booty's still looking nice, but there was a problem. The girl I fell in love with, the Raven that I really got to know in regards to the time period when I was dating this one girl and we're talking, this wasn't the Raven now. So what I mean by that is, you know, people change through life, all right? And at the time I didn't really accept that, but really who she was and who I was, it was two different people. Regardless of me knowing that, I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of looking at that booty walk away from me. It's mine! Get over here, you know? I was like, we should date, and she was like, you know what? Yes, we should, more or less. And we started dating. Now, I knew when we dated it was a bad idea. So it was just too far gone. We're two different people. It just wasn't gonna work. But I don't give up on people. You know, I just thought that's a lot of years we put in. Mind you, this was like at least 5, 4, maybe even longer years in regards to the time that we put in to maintaining a relationship. Not gonna give you up, not gonna stand around. It got to a point where she came over to my house, we spent the night. Now, I probably shouldn't tell this part of the story, but you know what? I gotta keep 100%. At this current time, when I was with Raven, my knowledge on sexual things maintained as A1 dry humper. You know, that was me. I didn't know anything but dry humping. That was my lifestyle. Ain't nobody trying to get kids, 16 and pregnant was popping, so you just need to know that was me. It got to a point where we did some things, not sexual things other than like, you know, she was saying, I was blown the fuck back. I wasn't ready for the comprehension of words that were said to me in the heat of the moment. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but I'll put it like this. The experience gap, alright? I was sitting back like, got to a point where I'm just like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna try to mimic what she did, so, you know, I'm not gonna look like a bitch. We're two different people at this point still, but the moments, that was still something. It was Valentine's Day, and that was my time for redemption. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna say some nasty sweet nothings to paralyze you like you paralyzed me. Granted, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but you know what? I had a goal. Got done with the movie, and we came back to my place, and you know, the kissing stuff took place. And I actually said the worst thing you should possibly say. I don't know, depending on the girl, they may like that, they may not, but you know, Raven didn't like that. So I want to give an example to what she said to what I said. I really don't want to say what she said, but I really, like, I hope you guys get where I'm coming from, where she said, you know, nasty was up here, all right? I'm trying to get up there from here. So I whispered, oh shit. I whispered in her ear because I knew I had to do something. I didn't have experience of the sort to really know what the fuck I was talking about. I stopped watching porn, so I didn't have any experience at all. So I told her, like a fucking pedophile, whispered it.
Let me make you feel good.
When I said that, everything stopped. You know, she was like, no, get off, get off. And she shortly left after that. When I tell you I felt like shit, whoa, when I got back home, I literally watched The Notebook. I was just that far gone. I needed something to meld with my soul. I was broken. I'm just like, you know what? This is why niggas go gay. The reason why I tell that part of the story is, you know, when you kiss somebody in that heat of the moment, there was something, you usually feel something there in regards to love, you know what I'm saying? But when that happened, it made me realize that the only thing that was still there that didn't change was the lusting part. Because, you know, the booty was the booty, but the love was no longer there because she wasn't the same type of person I fell in love with. And I don't know vice versa for her, from her perspective to me, but you know, it wasn't like that. So prom was a thing. So I got to the point where, you know what, I'm just like, this relationship may have the lifespan of an insect, but I'm going to try my best to not give up and, you know, just do what I can to make her happy, you know what I mean? I balled out on prom. I mean, I gave her the money to get the tickets, but the thing was, I got her a lot of things in regards to what I would give her at prom, you know? I went all out on the gifts, which you really shouldn't do if you're don't have stability, you know, founded in the relationship. If you don't have a foundation in the relationship to where giving gifts and, you know, getting something back in regards to love or something is there, don't do that, alright? I didn't have that. But I'm just like, you know what? I love you, so I'm gonna ball out on you, you know? The next morning when I just finished shopping for everything, she called me. She was like,
it's not working.
I handled it immature. I hung up immediately, and I was just done. I'm just like, you know, f you, delete my shit, and give me back my money that I gave you for prom. I got the money back. We didn't talk the whole entire time when that happened. And, you know, I just got to a point where I'm just like, yo, like, I knew this was gonna happen, but I'm mad. You know, normally when someone breaks up with you, you get sad. I was just fucking mad. I was so mad. Oh my gosh. I was pissed. One thing I do gotta say, love can hurt, but that's what happens. You gotta take the risk. You gotta fall hoping the person catches you. Not all times they'll catch you. Sometimes they'll drop you because, you know, you may be an asshole. You may not be the one for them, but that's just what you gotta go through, you know? It's not the booty all times. It can be, but don't let it be all the way, because that's lust. And lust isn't love unless the booty's Nicki Minaj's, and that's fine. What?